Okay, so it's 8:22 in the morning, and this is my day off. It is Tuesday, and I'm doing another what I eat in a day video on my day off. Because my last video, I didn't take the time to explain why I was taking what I was taking and more about why I'm eating what I'm eating, so I'm going to do that in this video. So I just got out of bed. The first thing I'm going to take is my acid reducer. You can see here that I don't have very many left. So my doctor's office wanted you to continue to take the acid reducer for a full year regardless of whether you have symptoms or not. I don't know if I have symptoms because I have been taking it. Now, they did want me to take it twice a day, no matter what. And I did take it twice a day for the first 3 months, I think. But then I started taking it once a day, and I haven't had any issues. Once I run out of this, though, now that I'm almost 11 months out, I think that I'm going to try and see if I have any symptoms. And I might just go ahead and stop taking it. Okay, so I will see you when I have my... Okay, so I'm taking my dogs for a walk. One of them always walks in front, and then the other one right here always walks behind. So it's kind of awkward when I'm walking because they do that. Where are you going? Come on. So since I've been sick, we've been taking shorter walks, but this is going to be their normal walk today since I'm feeling a little bit better. Okay. Oh, today is a trash pickup day and recycling pickup, so that's why someone's trash can is knocked over, but I'm going to get back home. I haven't had my coffee yet, so I'm going to do that in a few minutes. Let me talk to you a little bit more in detail about what I drink and why. So this morning I brewed up some of this Newman's decaf, and the reason I drink decaf coffee mostly is because I'm actually one of those people. I'm not affected by caffeine. I can drink a caffeinated cup of coffee and go to bed 5 seconds later. It doesn't matter. I don't feel any difference whatsoever between when I drink caffeine and when I don't drink caffeine. And so just in case caffeine does dehydrate you, I mostly drink decaffeinated coffee so I can count it as part of my water for the day. So yeah, so I just brewed my cup of coffee. Now I do add 1 scoop of this collagen. I did a video on this in the past. I don't know, this is not showing up very well. But let's see, 1 scoop, well, 1 scoop has 35 calories and 8 grams of protein. And so I use this just because collagen does have a lot of benefits for your skin and your nails and your hair and your joints, and it's another source of protein. And you are supposed to use 2 scoops, but I just use 1 because, you know, this stuff is pretty expensive and I don't need all of that protein. So yeah, so I just do this for 8 grams of protein. Then I also add some of this is my favorite protein shake. It comes in 3 different flavors. This morning I just grabbed this coffee one. The reason I like Iconic Protein is because it's free from a lot of different things. It doesn't have lactose in it. It's non-GMO. Let's see. It has no soy. Yeah, this is not showing up very well. But anyway, and then the actual ingredient label, it uses grass-fed milk protein isolate, and it just has a lot of natural ingredients and some organic ingredients. And so I just think that it is, and I like how it tastes. So that's the most important. I used to drink a whole one of these before surgery. After surgery, I couldn't drink any protein shakes for about the first 6 months. But now I just use a little bit in my coffee. I only use like 90 mLs. So this bottle lasts me for 4 servings. So I'm really just kind of using it as a creamer because it is kind of expensive. And once again, I don't need all of the protein anymore. So it's really kind of just a flavoring agent. I usually use the coffee flavor or the vanilla, but they also have a chocolate flavor. Then I add just a little bit of cinnamon to my coffee. It makes the coffee taste good, and also supposedly cinnamon has some health benefits. It might help with blood sugar regulation and some other things. And then turmeric. I haven't researched this a lot, and I'm probably not using it correctly, but I figure it doesn't hurt. I just put a little bit of this in my coffee every morning. Also, I mean, pretty much I bought this bottle like a year ago to use for curries and things. And I was never using it anyway. And so I'm like, why don't I just start putting some in my coffee every morning? So you see, I've been doing that for a while, and now I'm finally using up this bottle of turmeric. And that's really it. So I am going to pour this over ice. So it is 9:53. It's my day off, so I've really been lazing around a little bit. Normally I would have taken my vitamins by now and I would have drank my protein coffee, but I've decided I'm not going grocery shopping today. I'll talk about that later. So I've just been taking my time. But let me explain to you why I'm taking what I'm taking. So first of all, biotin. So I was taking this before surgery because I was having a problem with hair loss just as I've gotten older. So I just take 2 of these every morning. They're 5,000 micrograms. I'll probably continue to take that forever. Omega-3. So I either take this or krill oil. It just depends on what's on sale at the time. I keep finding this on sale, and it's my favorite brand of vitamins. I prefer Nature-Made vitamins over the other brands of vitamins just because I know that those, the Nature-Made vitamins are tested to make sure that they actually contain what they say that they contain. So that's why I prefer Nature-Made when I can find it. So the reason I take omega-3 is for several reasons. I do think, omega-3 fish oil is very important for lots of things, your nervous system, your heart, your brain. And so I do try to eat fish every week, but I think that it can't hurt just to take a little bit more of this. Also, several people right after surgery told me that the krill oil helped with constipation. So at first I was taking krill oil every day, and then I switched over to this, and I don't have any problems with constipation, so maybe this is part of it. I don't know. So I do take one of those in the morning. The Citracal, so this is calcium citrate, which is the type of calcium that we should be taking as bariatric patients. One of the main reasons is because it's not affected by food at all. And so whereas the other calcium, you really need to take it with food in order for it to be activated and to work properly in your body, you don't need that with this calcium citrate. And so I take the petites. I mean, people still think that they're pretty big, but they're smaller than the other calcium tablets. So, this is the size of the tablets. I take 2 of them once a day. You really are supposed to take them twice a day, but I think that I get a lot of calcium already in my diet, so most of the time I really just take them once a day. Because, yeah, I don't think that I need all the extra calcium. Vitamin D. The day that I ran out of this, they didn't have it in my Nature-Made brand, so I went ahead and bought the CVS brand. I have a history of low vitamin D, so probably because of my skin color. So I take this extra vitamin D in addition to the vitamin D that's in my calcium, and my multivitamin has vitamin D. And so since I've had surgery, I have not had any issues with my vitamin D. Then I take a stool softener. So right after surgery, I was taking this like twice a day. Now I only take it about every other day. Make sure if you're going to take this that that it only has one ingredient in it, and that is the docusate sodium. Let's see. Yeah, it's not it's not showing up very well. Sorry about that. Because this is what's safe to take every single day. Now, other type of stimulant laxatives like the Senna, the Senocot, or the Bisacodyl, any of those, even the ones that say that they're natural, those are stimulant laxatives, and so those are not to be used every single day, or else your body becomes dependent on them. And sometimes they will combine them with a stool softener, so you want to make sure if you're taking it every day that it's just the stool softener and not a laxative in there. And then, because I have seasonal allergies, Zyrtec, my allergy medicine. So that is it for what I take in the morning. I have found that it just makes it very easy. I put this in like little container here. I take it up to my office or to the couch and I sip on my protein coffee, and I just take these as I'm sipping on my coffee. I have found that that's just the easiest way for me to take them. Okay, so it's 11:11. I'm hungry, so it's time for me to eat my breakfast. I eat my meals based on when I'm hungry. So I do tend to have 3 meals a day plus my protein coffee, but the time that I eat them just depends on when I get hungry, and I do actually get hungry. So on my days off, I just eat whatever is left over in my refrigerator. So I'm going to have 3 slices of bacon, and I am going to have some strawberries here. I try to have protein and fruit for breakfast every single morning. I prefer berries because they are low in carbs. However, berries are no longer in season. These don't really taste all that good. And so this is going to be the last time I buy berries. I'm going to switch over to something more seasonal like apples and start having like a half of an apple for breakfast. So I will see you guys for lunch. It's 1:29 and I am starving. So let me show you this. So this is a meal that I bought from Green Chef. You know, they send you the ingredients and you cook the meal yourself. I'm going to be doing a review video on it soon, but that's what I'm going to be having for lunch and dinner today. So I had actually already made this yesterday. So this is the salad, and then this is the chicken. So I had put the chicken in individual containers because I divided it up into 3 servings. Now I'm going to chop this chicken up smaller and put it in this salad, and this is what I'm going to be having for lunch. Now, with my lunch, I'm going to be taking True Biotics. This is my favorite probiotic. It's not... Okay, well, probably can't see that very well. You can get that anywhere. And then the multivitamin that I'm taking is Alive, Women's Ultra Potency. So a few years ago, I actually stood in the vitamin aisle and I picked up every bottle of vitamins and I read the ingredients. And so this was the vitamin that I liked the most. Yeah, this is not focusing. But I liked the amount of all the, the iron, the vitamin D, the vitamin E, the vitamin A, all the different things. This is the one that I liked the best. Now, Alive has several different vitamins, but it's this Women's Ultra Potency that I liked the best. Now, that was several years ago that I did that. So this is the multivitamin that I've actually been taking for years. I probably need to do it again, and I will one of these days, but for now I'm just going to continue with this. So I usually take this with lunch. Now, if I forget for some reason, or if I'm out and about for lunch, then I'll take my vitamin and my probiotic with dinner. But vitamins and the probiotics are better if you take them with food, so I actually do take these with a small sip of water as soon as I'm done eating so that they are in my stomach with the food. Oh, and probiotics are good for gut health. And also they could help with constipation or with diarrhea, any type of gut issues that you have. I'm about to start my meal prep, but I'm hungry, so let's see. It is 4:03. So what I have is just a Wassa cracker. I broke one cracker up into 3 pieces, and I put some cheese on here. This is an ounce of cheese. And then I'm going to have a few carrots. I'm trying to increase my vegetables. And I got some eggs boiling over there because that's going to be for my breakfast. And let me show you my water intake so far. So I use my Fitbit app to keep track of my water. So right now I'm at 1465 so far today, and it's only 4:03, so I definitely will make my goal. Okay, so I'm going to eat this snack and then I'm going to finish my meal prep and I will get back to you. Okay, so I'm about to do something a little crazy. So this is some shrimp. I thawed it out and I cooked it in the skillet. Some of it I probably cooked a little bit too much. Now, I didn't go grocery shopping today because I'm still recovering from my cold and I wanted to try to take it easy today. So I decided that I was just going to cook with what I already have available. So I decided to have shrimp because I usually have seafood at least once a week and I haven't had any yet. So then I was trying to decide what am I going to have this shrimp with. Well, I had purchased this soup when I felt myself coming down with a cold, and I didn't get a chance to eat it. I mean, look at all these ingredients. I got this at Target. So I opened the soup and I just tasted it because I wanted to see what it tastes like. And for some strange reason it reminds me of a pesto, like a broccoli pesto. That's kind of how this tastes. So I decided, oh, I'm going to use this as a pesto. Okay, very strange. So I had some butternut squash noodles here. These were in the freezer. I think maybe in my last video I had used these with some ground beef on top. So now I'm going to saute these in the skillet in order to thaw them out. I'm going to put this soup on it like it's a pesto, and then I'm going to have it with shrimp. And so yeah, I have no idea how this is going to taste, but I know how the ingredients taste individually. So we'll see how this comes out. Okay, so this is the finished product. What I decided to do was I only used half of the soup, so it was a cup of soup. And I put the other cup in the freezer and I will use it later. And so it's 3 ounces of shrimp, and then you can see the zoodles with my pesto. So I'm actually looking forward to eating this for the next few days. This is going to be, it smells really good. I think it's going to be delicious. Okay, it's 6:36. I'm about to eat my dinner. Here it is. It doesn't look all that pretty, but this is the green curry cod. Yeah, it doesn't look anything like this picture, does it? But it is really good. And you know what's so funny? When I took this out of the refrigerator, I realized the only reason I cooked salmon tonight was because I thought I hadn't already had seafood this week. This was so good that I completely forgot that I was already eating seafood. So I've been eating this for the past 2 days. This is my 3rd day eating it, so this is the last serving. But yeah, it's really delicious. So that's it for my dinner. Okay, so it's 8 p.m. and I just finished making my deviled eggs. This is what I'm going to have for the next few days. And I had one half that didn't fit in this container, and I could squish it on top, but I'm actually a little bit hungry, and so I'm going to go ahead and eat this half right now as a snack because I still have a lot of things to do before I go to bed. And usually I would have fruit with this, but since I didn't go grocery shopping today, I don't have any fruit. So I'm just going to have carrots with it all week. Okay, so the day is over, and these are my stats. Everything looks pretty good, except for the fiber is kind of low. I usually do some of my liquid fiber, but I didn't do that today. So I mean, I guess it's not too late. I probably should go do it. So that all that 10 grams of fiber is from food. So my goal is 50 net carbs, and I actually did 50 total carbs today. But then minus the fiber is 40 net carbs. So everything looks really good. The fat is probably a little bit higher than what I normally have, but that's because the day that you looked at today, I was eating the Green Chef meals, and they were keto meals, so they were a little bit higher in fat, but I don't really worry about fat at all. And then my calories were that's pretty normal for me. So yeah, so this was a very typical day for me. Like I said, I think I've said before, I try to, breakfast, protein, fruit. Lunch and dinner is protein and vegetable. As I'm able to eat more, I'm starting to increase my vegetables more instead of increasing my protein. So I'm keeping my protein steady and I'm increasing my vegetables as I can eat more and more and more. And then for my snacks, I'm trying to focus on as much, more protein and not the carby snacks. I'm trying to get rid of eating things like popcorn and stuff like that, which I sometimes do, but most days are pretty much just like what you just saw here. And I did get all of my water in. Thanks for watching.